A story really hasn't grabbed hold of me the way Ranger Reject has in a long time. Every chapter is a journey of its own, and when you think all of your questions are answered, Negi poses 5 more. It's an addictive loop that has kept me hooked on this series since I started reading it. I know. I've been slacking, and I apologize for that. I had a lot come up the last few weeks, but we're back and we're going to dive right into Ranger Reject Chapter 160. This chapter begins with the other Dragon Keepers reacting to the challenge from Chidori to save Shinya, with the most focus being put on the new Sosei as we get actual lead up to his reaction as he rejects an offer to go out and drink. The panel actually showing his reaction is really interesting because you can't really tell what he's thinking. Like, will he actually try to save Shinya or will he side with Chidori? Based on his personality, I'd say that he's going to fight Chidori since he claimed to be the final boss, but just something to throw out there. Before we get into the main focus of the chapter though, we get some more interaction between Chidori and Shinya. The interesting part here is the fact that Chidori doesn't care what happens after, he just wants to enact the Phantom script out of the love or respect that he had for Sanai, claiming that Shinya can work on a sequel once everything is over. This brings up a weird point. It doesn't look like Chidori is planning on killing anyone. It doesn't even look like he's trying to end the Ranger Force. He just wants to finish this story specifically. With that though, we get into the meat and potatoes of the chapter, which revolves around D and Sakurama, and this was absolutely insane. In my Sakurama character analysis, I made a prediction that he would end up as the antagonist of this series, and this chapter feels like it's pushing us that way as he actively goes against what D wants. Sakurama wants to stop Chidori, but we're unsure of what exactly Chidori's plan is, so it makes it really hard to predict why Sakurama would want to stop it to begin with. Chapter 160, however, is a reintroduction to Magatia's dream world being used by Juji. It looks like the collaborator is about to be revealed since Sakurama says that he will be able to teach D the reason that he was born. Even with the prediction that Sakurama will become the antagonist, he still shows concern for D. And here, we have a few characters making a comeback into the story, including X's, Shion, and Peltrola. I like the setting that they're in, like in a workplace where they have to follow the rules or else their pay is docked. We still don't know the actual consequences of that, as it's significantly different from the day resetting if they don't follow the rules in Dreamy School. However, the workplace fits within the themes of D's character, and I like the way I can see this going. D's life has been determined by what he's supposed to do, and he's been ostracized because he doesn't know what he's supposed to do. Should he stay in the fortress with the other fighters? Should he still be fighting? It just feels like a question within the workplace of, is this all there is to life, working day in and day out? I think it's a brilliant place to put him, to teach him about his existence and how to break free from the predetermined goal to fight. I will say, we knew there was a collaborator within here, and the constant reveals had me pausing on each page to think. Like, I got to X's and I was like, wait, there's no way she'd be a collaborator. She's a fellow fighter who most likely doesn't know why she was born either. Then we get Shion and it's like, why would he know why fighters were born? Next was Peltrola, and this one caused me to pause longer because, yeah, he's an executive. He could definitely know why they were born, but Peltrola has never had any interest in the past. He just wants to take over the world. It wouldn't make sense for him to be the collaborator anyway. Then we get it, the final reveal, Shinya in the dream space. This absolutely blew my mind because, what? First off, I want to address the fact that there isn't a way for Magatia to create fake people in the dream space. Everyone who is there is in fact a real person stuck in this world. Is this Shinya the original or a clone? I have a theory, and I believe this is another clone. Shinya said a few chapters ago multiple times that he's an old man, so I personally think that the original Shinya is probably much older in appearance, while the clones can retain their youth or are just created with Shinya at his prime. As I said though, every time Negi makes you think he's answered all of your questions, he asks you 10 more, and it just keeps you hooked. I'm so excited to see where this goes, and can't wait for the next chapter to drop. As always though, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe. Otherwise, peace.